He only likes blonde women, though.
Oh,
if you watched the last episode.
What?
We both are natural blondes.
Well,
we're fake,
but we're fake.
That explains a lot.
So do you hate us because we're not?
I'm confused.
Wait, so does that mean
you do or do not
hate us? Whoa.
Do you guys have Six Flags in
Mississippi? In Mississippi, I don't know if there's Six Flags because I don't live in Mississippi. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna start it off with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing actually.
What state do you live in?
I was born and raised in Minnesota.
Minnesota. I knew it was an
Oh
M.
gosh, I was not gonna guess that.
Yeah.
Do you guys have Six Flags in Minnesota?
So we don't, but we do have Valley Fair, which
That's
it
not
might
owned
be
by
better,
Cedar Point.
but it might not be because I've never been to Six Flags. So
Jillian,
I need to take a moment to just. Okay.
Girl.
I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
I don't know what that was.
I neglect people that don't go to Six Flags.
I've never been to Six Flags.
Interesting.
Hey,
That's so
okay. I think I'm a minority. I take back everything I said.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So you have a death wish?
Sometimes. No, I'm kidding. For legal reasons, that was a joke.
Is it not true that 100% of people that go to Six Flags die?
That is a fact.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
a fact.
They haven't yet.
Hey! I've been to Six Flags and I have not yet died. I'm trying to change that
But you will.
statistic.
Oh, but it's inevitable.
I'm trying to make it a 99.9%. We'll see about that. I think I'm onto something.
Her goal is immortality.
That's funny.
Remember? I was gonna make a comment, but I know you'll get mad at me, so I'm just gonna stop. No.
I have a long running theory that anytime you see that dancing man, have you ever seen that dancing man? That
The one with the air?
The funny old man. No. The funny
Oh.
old Six Flags man who comes out. He's like, hey, look at me. He dances and everyone's like, yeah, that guy's funny. Hey, that's a funny old man. Have you seen that?
No.
Are you talking about Gerald from Sid the Science Kid?
Yeah, I think he is. He's a
That's not
rock
what I'm
star.
talking
Did you
about.
know
He is a
that?
rock star.
He's
'Cause
also
it
infertile.
was sounding
So
similar
infertile.
to
He's
that.
so infertile.
What?
Yeah,
He's
so it is like a
hello.
confirmed fact that Gerald from Sid the Science Kid is infertile and like 28 years old.
He's
Yeah.
a 20-year-old infertile man.
That's
According
so
to
sad.
Google.
Google.
And they can't lie.
No, they
And
can't
they
lie.
tell the truth.
That's
only.
so sad.
Yeah,
You can
that's
tell
why
because
he's
they're
pink.
Gerald.
Yeah,
He's
pink.
pink. He's pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that show.
It's so
Still
good.
do.
Still do.
Still
Yeah,
gotta love
dude,
it.
that song goes so hard.
We've been singing that
I
song
love
all
my
day.
mom. Yeah.
My mom is cool.
Yeah.
And now it's time
Yeah.
for having fun at school.
Woo.
Yeah.
Roll call. I'm just kidding.
All right, let's hit that intro.
Hey y'all, we poddin'.
Guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Have Fun podcast. You're here this week with Max and
Jillian.
Amy.
Delaney.
Delaney. You
Why did
guys
I not
know
get an
Delaney.
and?
She's a host. And, well,
No, it's
because
Amy Delaney actually from here on out.
Yeah. We're one.
There we go.
Delaney
We
is
are
more
one.
important. She's a host. She gets a feature.
Hey,
I get
wouldn't-
my
wouldn't-
corner of the couch.
She's a feature.
I wouldn't take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
I might
important
just
too.
walk out,
When did your hatred for women begin?
When did we meet?
Whoa, that long? Really?
So, I'm so proud that I was able to make a man hate an entire group of people.
When did you
Yes.
guys meet?
That's a really good question. It's been a while.
I usually... Well, the thing about me is that people meet me before I meet them.
I also feel like, I'm not gonna lie, there's just a general like group of people from Monroe that everyone expected me to know because I was known as Fake Mari for so long.
Yeah.
And I was just like slowly trying to take
That
note of
literally
people.
is how I knew you.
Yeah, it's like a genuine thing. And then this week we were talking about it. It's really funny because this week everyone was like, "Oh, are you two related?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Dang, I'm about to become Fake Amy," and I just got my name known. So I don't actually know like when I met anyone from Monroe. At some point, I just didn't become Fake Mari anymore. At some point, my name was known, and at some point, like I don't know. I don't even think I like Trey. I don't think I met him until like last year. Like
Trey?
like I knew he existed at some point, and I think we had met in like at some point, but I don't think I actually like interacted with him.
So do you
Like,
know
I just-
everybody's names?
No, not all the time. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm like, figure it out. I'm like going through.
Figure it out.
It takes like a few
Yeah.
seconds for me to think about people's names. I'll be looking at them and I'm like, I feel like I should know, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm kidding. First of all, I want to say off the top, I don't hate women, and me and
No.
I
I'm
do
gonna-
like women, and we don't have beef. Tell them we don't have beef.
He only likes blonde women, though.
Oh,
If
I
you
do
watch
like
the last
blonde
episode.
women. What?
We both are natural blondes,
Well,
We're
then
fake,
there's-
but we're fake.
That explains a
do you
lot.
so do you hate
explains
us
a
because
lot.
we're not?
I'm confused. I'm confused.
Wait, so does that
Can you
mean
do or do not?
hate us? Whoa, we finished each other's sentence right there. That's so cute.
We are twins.
Well, I'm not going to say anything about your physical appearance. I know it wasn't brought up, but I just want to say that I wouldn't comment on it because I know that drives
That's
y'all
respectable.
crazy.
It's respectable.
But I will say that.
Not trying to.
What was the
start
question?
Do you hate us or do you enjoy being around us because we're fake? We're fake brunettes.
We
and
were
we're not.
once blondes.
Oh no! If I didn't like y'all, I wouldn't bully you.
So do you bully us?
Oh, I certainly think I do. Have you ever felt bullied by me?
No.
Oh, have you ever felt bullied by me, Amy Bumblyberg?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
feel like I've
Well, there you
bullied
go.
you. I think we coerced
Oh,
you.
you can't bully me.
No,
No, I'm bully proof.
I stole your car today.
That
You
well,
stole
I-
his car?
He got out of the car. I quick run around and I drive away. And I was like, is he gonna be mad? And Maddie's in the back. She's like, no, he won't be mad at all. And then he runs up and he's like, oh, this is real funny. And he's got like a camera in my face. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like I thought he was mad for real. And I was like, I was just trying to pull a prank. Like, it's
Oh, I'm
just-
famously angry.
That's so funny.
yeah,
I'm famously the angriest in the group.
yeah, for sure.
That checks out.
Always rage quitting.
I'm constantly scared of Max. Always.
Yeah,
As you
I'm.
should be.
I've
I'm
actually.
walking on
Yes,
eggshells
ma'am.
at all
I feel like
times.
You should
he's about to attack me at any point right now.
Exactly.
I'm taking one for the team by sitting next to him because I just can't let either of you get hurt.
I appreciate it.
Were you guys
Yeah,
bullied in
that's
school?
noted.
Yes.
I was called clown feet because my feet were the first thing to grow. So my foot size has not changed since like 3rd grade. So all throughout like elementary school, people were like clown feet, and now it's crazy because my foot size has not changed. Everyone's like, "You got some tiny feet," and I'm like, "No, like I've got big feet, you guys." Like,
Oh, they're normal.
no,
Call me
they're-
clown feet.
Call me clown feet.
feet.
Call me clown feet. I've
One
moved
more
on from my
time.
traumas.
To answer your question, Max, yes.
That's
have been
good.
bullied.
Any further?
I would bully you.
When I was in school, this is like 4th grade, and there was this dude who was like 3 feet taller than me, and he shoved me around. We were the only two in class, the teacher and us, and he shoved me. So I jumped up and I popped him in the head. And the teacher immediately saw, and she's like, "Detention right now!" And I'm like, "Crap!" I'm like, I swung first. Like he shoved me, but I swung first. And then we got to detention, and this kid got lambasted. The principal was like, you can't hit kids. You can't hit little kids like that."
You were the Gerald of your class.
And I got off with a self-defense charge,
Oh my god.
and I swung first.
Let's go.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Did I ever tell you about the kid who threw a block at me in kindergarten?
Was it like a wood block or was it one of those cardboard?
Yeah, it was like one of those wooden blocks.
Okay.
We
No.
were in kindergarten and we were playing together, and I don't know what happened. He just started throwing blocks at my head, and I went and I told my teacher because,
Right.
you know, these are wooden blocks being thrown at my head, and I never saw that kid again.
Oh, they took him out back and they...
Dude,
No, he got switched out of our class though.
I don't think I got bullied, like, other than the clown feet thing. That for sure happened. But I'm pretty sure, thinking back about it, maybe that was my family. Maybe that wasn't in school. Maybe my family called me clown feet. But, like, my teachers high-key bullied me. One of my teachers, like,
Yeah.
I had, like, you know those, like, fat Crayola markers? Like, the
Yeah.
thick ones that kids use? My mom couldn't afford those one year, so she got me the skinny one. My teacher made me sit at a separate table because I had skinny markers, and she was like, nah, you didn't bring the right stuff to classes. Like, you can't sit with everyone. And I was like, so unfair. So, and then, like, I remember one time, this is the same teacher for all 3 of these instances. One time we were drawing ladybugs, and I asked her how many legs they had. And I was like, on one side. And she said 6. And I was like, so there's 6 legs on one side. She was like, yeah. And I was like, that doesn't seem right. But okay, so I drew 6 legs. And then we all had to show our ladybugs off. And she goes, Jillian did this wrong. And she like made a whole announcement. And then we all hung our ladybugs on the wall. And then mine, she put a big red arrow and put what not to do. And it was like, I just remember my mom coming in to like see it. And I was like, yeah, that one's mine. Like, that's mine. And my mom was like, you didn't follow the instructions, did you? And I was like, I asked her twice. And this is what she told me.
That's so weird.
It was really weird. And then like it had to be like 10 years later because I was in middle school. We're walking through like downtown of the old town that I used to live in. It's like 9 a.m. on like a Thursday morning, like in the middle of summer. She was like plastered at a bar at 9 a.m. on a Thursday. And I was like, that serves you right. Like, I just remember I saw that teacher and I was like,
A day drinker.
yeah. I was like, that makes sense now. I don't feel like it's my fault anymore. But I was like, my teacher bullied me. I wasn't bullied by other students. I was bullied by my teacher. Really?
I had bullied teachers.
Really?
It was the same year. It was the same year I talked about. Also, I hated the teacher. The lady who
I bullied
sent me
her.
to detention, she was a real piece of work. And we heard about it the year before, or I was in third going to fourth at the same school.
Yeah.
And they told us they were transferring the kindergarten teacher to fourth. And we all roasted her. We're like, this is going to suck. Like, she does not know how to teach fourth graders. I'd wear this bracelet to class, this Kalahari bracelet.
Yeah.
And it was like on there for like a month. And she was like, if you wear that to class tomorrow, you're not coming in the room. And I'm like, okay. And I got home and I was like, Mom, I'm not going to school anymore. She was like,
That
"Okay."
Kalahari
solved.
bracelet was worth it.
Problem solved.
She was like, okay, you don't have to. I was like, sick. I was like, I have the high ground. And I homeschooled for like 3 years after that.
Did you keep the Kalahari bracelet the whole time?
Eventually it busted off, yeah. I stood my ground, but it grew and busted off my wrist. Probably because of my huge strength.
I just got swole
Right.
for 3 years, and then I went and showed that teacher. I was like,
And then they sent me a get well soon letter, my whole class.
What?
I can't believe you were the kid that dropped out of school.
Apparently there was propaganda
Yes,
going
I
around
was
that I left school because I was sick. And then my friend Johnny, who shout out to Johnny,
Wait.
editor of the podcast, big fella.
It's the Max and Johnny podcast.
Shout out to Johnny from the Max and Johnny show. Only the real ones know. In the get well letter, he went, "Have fun with the Wii," because he knew I just got a Wii and I was literally sitting at home playing Wii.
Okay, so I really need to ask, did they think that you had cancer? Because I feel like there's some recent events that are repeating that thought process. That
Like
you
what?
are a cancer
What?
patient.
Are you saying because he shaved his head?
Oh, that's so interesting. Will you hold my mic?
Yeah, I got you.
You think this is why?
Yeah, I was gonna say they saw this and they were like, oh yeah, he's sick.
I did this only because I wanted people to feel sympathy for me.
I'm trying to get on that Make-A-Wish Foundation list.
I said earlier,
Again?
earlier said, I'm going for the trifecta. I need another wish.
Oh my gosh. We also haven't addressed the wig and outfit.
It's the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th
America.
of July, folks. It's a 4th of July podcast. I'm a patriot. Can you tell? Best
Like-
pickup lines.
I feel like I could pass out at any moment.
You're coming
best-
home
worst
with
pickup
me.
lines. Worst
pickup lines?
That's a good
No,
one.
best pickup lines.
Worst
You know
pickup
you're
lines.
coming home with me, right?
You know you're
Oh,
coming
you're
home
coming
with me,
home
right?
with me, right?
My opening line.
No, dude. Some
You know you're coming
some
home with me,
old
right?
lady walks up to her at Green Lake,
Yeah.
and we're walking back to the cabin. And she goes, "Amy, you know you're coming home with me, right?"
And I said, am I? She said,
In spirit.
and I was like,
So funny. I was like,
What does that even mean?
no, I'm wondering like what goes through. I want to know what senile thing I'm gonna say when I'm old. Like that's gonna make a young person uncomfortable because we're all gonna drop
Yeah.
a line. We're all gonna drop a line and it's gonna be like this. But
Certainly.
what goes
Yeah.
through their
I
heads?
probably already have.
Yeah, I've got like
Max makes
I've
people
got
uncomfortable
4 in
all
the
the
works
time.
right now.
you know, old people, they've got the one-liners.
The one-liners.
And that might be one of the only things they've got going for them, but there they go.
That's their legacy.
I don't know. PJ had that hair going strong.
PJ had
Oh,
that
yeah.
hair.
PJ.
Her grandfather has the best head of hair I'd ever seen on a man in their advanced years.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, and I strive
Yeah.
for it every day. Look. What a blessed man.
No follicle goes
Oh my gosh,
unnoticed
no.
on that man's head.
I would give my left leg to have a head of hair like that. For real.
Joe had the best head of hair.
He also had the
I've ever
money
seen.
makers, dude. Those brows.
Those brows, yeah. I like to think
That was the first
got
thing I
some-
We're
noticed. about
full
him.
name dropping.
Well, that's
Pod.
fine. They can't steal his identity.
No.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, can they actually steal his identity?
Nobody can steal your identity with your full name. I just thought it was funny that we're full name dropping.
Well,
Well,
what is
we'll
a
bleep
soch?
that out.
What's a soch? Do you know?
Actually,
Let's call it out.
never found
Like-
out. I was
Okay, well, I'm sure we could find it.
Yeah.
Probably
I-
in the church directory or something.
I want to mention, I feel really left out because you three just spent a whole week together in Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah, we're mad vibing.
And I was
Yeah.
in Germany.
Yeah. I mean, Wisconsin's basically like Germany, just a little bit more drunk.
Honestly,
sometimes.
yeah, it was probably more German than Berlin.
yeah.
That's
I would say
literally-
so.
Yeah.
I was in Germany.
I'm
I
not
was in
worried
Germany
at all.
last week, and they took me to where Hitler shot himself.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They said
What was
you
it
have
Wait,
to see
okay,
this.
so
Did it make
I
you
have
wanna
to
die?
ask you.
No, it was actually hilarious because listen, our tour guide told us that they intentionally made this spot the most boring point in all of Germany, and it's literally a parking lot. They took us to this random parking lot, and there's a little plaque that says like Hitler's bunker, and told us the story about how Hitler killed himself, and it's literally just a parking lot.
Okay,
That's
so
crazy.
I have to like
so he
ask.
is in the bunker.
What?
So he's in the bunker?
No.
Oh.
Because he killed himself with a cyanide pill, and then it was taking too long, so he shot himself, and then he like ordered his he had already ordered his soldiers to burn him.
Oh.
But instead of like
Allegedly.
burning him, yeah, that's they addressed those rumors as well. But his soldier burned him in an open fire outside, which takes like 4 days to do it, but they found him in 12 hours. So
4 days.
Oh.
to
For it to
fully burn a
disappear.
body, yeah,
So,
Seems like you just need
you
a
do the
hotter
math,
fire
folks.
if you ask me.
Yeah, so gross.
in the
If
fire.
you throw it in the sun, it takes like no time at all. I don't know why it's taking them 4 days. Gonna be honest there. I had to take a World War II class, and we have a ton of German foreign exchange students. And they were like, this is just a really hard class for us to take because so many people still actively like walk around in like Nazi uniforms and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Really?
Yeah, they were talking about it, how like they intentionally made this a boring point of Berlin because they didn't want neo-Nazis to come and worship him, and they still do.
Whoa.
And they'll like sit and like have
Frick.
rituals in this parking lot.
That's crazy.
That's so
And then
interesting.
they have a huge like Jewish memorial right next to it.
That's
Oh, I love
wild.
So much respect for the Jew.
I love Jews. So on the record,
I feel like you're
I
just
love Jews.
continuing to dig the hole. Like,
I love Jewish women. I love women.
You know who
I
else
love
likes
Jews.
Jewish women?
Hitler.
Adolf Hitler,
yeah.
because he married one. And then he killed her
What do you
too.
have
She
to
must
say?
have been
To,
a piece of work.
He married her for 1 week, and then he killed her too.
I'm learning a lot today.
yeah, that's actually. I remember
I
it
actually
was like
didn't know that.
everyone was like, "Oh, it was like this Romeo and Juliet thing," and I was like, "Nah, that ain't it. Like
Nah.
that's not it."
Nah, they got married, had a honeymoon for 1 week in a bunker, and then
And
they
then they-
both took
yeah.
cyanide pills together.
They killed each other.
The heck?
That's crazy.
But his took too long.
Yeah.
Why is mine shaking like that? Do you guys watch?
That was so
Do you
funny.
guys watch Harry Potter? Or have you ever?
Not allowed.
Oh, but
yeah,
I'm not
yeah. I
saying
watched Harry Potter.
You sound like the snakes.
the snakes, and they're like, dude, that's for real. What I was thinking too. Were your family's not like you weren't allowed to watch that because of
no.
witchcraft?
Yeah.
Really?
Witchcraft evil.
That's
Witchcraft
so
evil.
sad.
You know what's funny?
No media. What?
So actually, Mari's family was like, you cannot let them watch Harry Potter. My mom was like, oh yeah, you're right. And then like that night, she was like, hey, let's binge Harry Potter. And I was like, this was before my mom liked Chris Klatzel. She thought she was crazy, and then realized that she's kind of onto some stuff. And my mom was like, whatever we can do to peeve the Christian neighbors. Now we are the Christian neighbors. It's so funny, like how full circle right there. But
What do you guys think about that?
About what?
About like magic, media.
I feel like you can't avoid it in some circumstances. Honestly, as a kid, I wasn't sitting there like, yo, I want to try that. I was like, this is a good movie. Like,
I feel like if you're gonna let me believe in Santa Claus, you can let me believe in magic. You know?
Santa
Okay.
Claus is so similar to Jesus Christ.
That's a hot take.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. I'm gonna go back to what Jillian just said, but see, I grew up and I never was able to watch Harry Potter, like That's So Raven, Wizards of Waverly Place, that kind of
Exactly.
Oh, I
the
never-
trifecta.
But
The trifecta.
I actually, we used to be allowed to watch That's So Raven, and my issue was that I started telling my mom that I was having visions.
Oh,
And
so
so
it did
at
affect
that
you.
point, it did affect me.
See,
Well, that
yeah,
fits
that
into
makes. Oh, go
That fits
ahead.
into our
Yeah.
Our
religion.
our
Our
religion.
religion.
Yeah.
See, but like, I definitely will say, like, Avatar: The Last Airbender definitely was like, I'm a waterbender, and like,
See?
Everyone thought they were a waterbender.
yeah,
I
know.
didn't
wasn't,
because I wasn't allowed to watch it.
I wasn't unique, but a lot of my like friends at church were never allowed to go out for Halloween. Halloween was the bomb because there was so much candy, and I was like, this goes so crazy.
Yes.
But like, will I also educate my children about like the spiritual aspects of that? Probably. Like, I feel like it's important to know that like I feel like it's different for every family, but I don't
Right.
think there's like a structured like limit to like, this is how you teach your kids if you believe in Jesus.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
I
so
don't,
true.
yeah, I don't know. Why would I stop my kids from having fun? Like, if it's just going out for candy, not like,
Yeah.
let's celebrate the devil. Like, you
Right,
know?
like I used to love Halloween as a kid, but like I was dressing up as fairies and princesses. Like
yeah,
I wasn't doing all that like scary, gory.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like it was just fun to play dress up and eat candy.
yeah. Imagine playing dress up.
I literally never have.
As he's out here like,
Yeah.
I'll celebrate America.
That's why he spent 3 hours yesterday
Picking
trying
out
to
an
find
outfit.
some suspenders for his outfit.
Okay, that's because I thought I had them and they were easy to find.
The defensive nature begins.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
I
feeling
can't-
you're
I
being a
literally
little
asked you not to bring
defensive
that
right
up.
now.
I literally
He's like, you know that's a sensitive topic for me.
First of all, whenever I lose stuff, I'm very sensitive about it. I literally pulled you aside before this podcast. I said, don't bring up how I couldn't find my suspenders.
It just slipped, honestly.
Don't bring up how I
No,
looked
it
under my
was so
desk.
funny
2
though
hours.
because we were just chilling, like getting ready to like wind down from the day, possibly go to bed. He's like, so can I go in there? And we're like, yeah, whatever. Like,
They're staying in my room.
yeah. So he's like, hey, can I come in here and like grab some stuff? But he's standing outside the door like this. And we're like, we're not
You're like,
changing.
"Yeah, you can come in,
He's
you
like,
can
is
come
it
in."
safe? And we're like, yep, it's good. And he's like, okay, I'm coming in.
And still, he does not take his hand off of his
And then,
eyes.
so he's like underneath the bed and he's like reaching for like, he's got bins of clothes underneath there. And then I forget he's there because he's just doing his thing. And we were like talking about something. All of a sudden, what song were you singing?
Is that even a song?
That's the sound of the man working on the chain.
I hear that and I'm like, this is my coming to Jesus
Yeah.
moment. Like, I
POV.
start freaking out.
You
All
hear
day long
that
they
underneath
singing.
the bed.
Yeah.
Some kids have monsters under their bed. We just had some weird,
We
creepy
just had
boys.
Max.
It's my bed. First of all, it's mad respectful that I knocked and closed my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not
gonna
denying
say,
that. I'm not denying
this
that.
is just
That
how
was
much
very
Max
respectful.
loves women.
Mad respect
Yeah.
for that.
He hates women, but he does have
Okay,
respect
just
for
because
them.
I don't like someone doesn't mean I don't have respect for them.
That's
Yeah.
what I just said. I'm
exactly true.
justifying you. You're good. You're in the clear on that one.
I can't get over you posting that
Check
be
my
real of
phone
all of
numbers
us.
again. What?
I
Oh,
can't get
oh,
over you
yeah, I
posting the
love
be
women.
real of all of us
I do.
swimming in a pool and saying, my caption's mad respectful to all of you. And I look at it and it's just women.
He's valid for that.
Yeah, that's valid. I see that.
Women.
Good job. Good
As
job.
long as
Good
we've
job.
all-
Good,
Bless.
good. Yeah, bless.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at your hair. I'm talking about the wig.
Oh, that.
Nah, you did not just wave that in my face. That thing looks like plastic. It's so,
so
shiny.
bad.
Should I wear it backwards?
Much better.
Yeah, you look
Cousin.
great.
Dude, if you put that on your face, you would look a little bit like Trevor.
Delaney, did you tell us your stories about Germany?
No. Do you
Tell
hear
us
him?
some stories. I mean, you probably have a ton to say, and I have a ton to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, I was only there for a week, but do you guys want to hear about the creepy girl in the bathroom, or do you want to hear about me accidentally getting drunk on the streets of Berlin?
Both.
Okay.
I want to hear about both so bad.
Okay, so first I'll tell you about Mercure. Mercure is the lady in our hotel room. There's really not much to tell. It's more you have to see it. So we'll throw the clips in there. It's just this giant blonde lady who was printed as like the backdrop of our bed. And she stared at us while we slept. But we went into the bathroom and she's also printed on the shower. On both sides of the shower. What are you whispering about over there?
She thought I farted. But it
was the couch. I saw his leg move, but my instant reaction was like, I wasn't the one to fart on camera.
Girl.
This is the lady in the hotel. Like, that's our bed.
I love that.
This is like in the bathroom. But I have a video of me. And she stares at you while you shower.
Well, I mean, I'm just kidding.
And she's in every room. We moved rooms, and she's in every single one.
Is it a German thing or is it that hotel?
That's what we couldn't figure out. We like looked up other pictures of the hotel, and she's in every single room. But
was it like a nice hotel?
Yeah, it was like decent. We got 2 twin-sized beds in each room. Apparently, that's a German thing. Like, you don't get full-size beds; you get twin-size beds. But they're 2 twin beds pushed together, and you can't move them. So that was a little strange.
They're cemented to the floor. They're both
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
That is weird.
So I don't understand why they were 2 twin beds instead of just one full.
That is really weird. I want to know your opinion. Is that something that actually freaks you out at some point? Is like, am I going to get married, or is that like not? Because I feel like that's something that Christian boys like hyper focus on.
I think that right now my issue is that I'm poor.
Okay.
And I can't believe it's my personality. I won't convince myself it's my personality. If it is, but, like...
Let us know in the comments below if you think that it's his personality.
Your personality that makes you poor?
No.
That makes you unmarried?
I'm slightly
Can't
afraid to
afford a
ask if you
wedding?
think it's my personality. I fear that you'd say yes.
We're like... Just lay us down the question. We got the answer ready. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I need a little hitch in my life. You know what I mean? A little Will Smithin'.
What?
What?
I'm not catching the reference.
Oh, are you talking about the movie
don't get
Hitch?
this.
I'm Albert Brenneman, and I need a little Will Smith in my life.
I
The
got
Love
reference.
Doctor.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what that
I
means.
don't.
It's a movie.
I'm not with you. But
Yeah.
It's been a really
love
long
it
time
for
since
you.
I've
It's
seen
so
it.
good.
It is a good movie.
Will
It is a good
Smith,
movie.
he helps people find love.
Keep
And
my
then-
wife's name out your mouth.
And then at the end, he finds this girl that he loves, and this is crazy. And then he's like, I just help women get out of their own way to find a man of their dreams. And it's not like an anti-women thing. It's like, oh shoot, he's right. Because Albert Brenneman looks like a nerd. And many people might think, I look like a nerd. And turns out he's a nice dude, and he actually falls in love with a supermodel. Turns out, but my problem is, I'm not that nice of a dude.
That's true.
So I need a lot of
He has
money.
been
I need a lot of
pretty
money to
mean.
make up for all that meanness that I have inside me.
I see.
Okay. I see
Gotcha.
that. Because I don't think that's something that I've worried about. I mean, marriage. I just don't care. Like,
Yeah.
it'll happen at some point. I'll move on.
Or it
Yeah.
won't, and you know.
But I feel like for guys, it's like in the church, it's not until you're like 24 to 26 that people are like, hey, like, when are you going to get married? But for girls, it's like once you're 16, they're like, do you have a guy in your life? And it's like, you know, I'm trying to get a diploma.
My church was trying to marry me off at like 12.
Literally.
They like had me paired up with a guy. They were like, yeah, you two are getting married because you two are the only 12-year-olds here. Like,
Yeah.
You know
I had
you're
a lady
coming
come
home
up to
with
me
Shout
and
out
she was just
Caleb.
like, I've been really trying to get my son to go out with you because I just see that going so far. And I was like, a freshman in high school. And I was like, I've got an exam tomorrow. Like, I've got stuff to focus on.
No, I like that. I need a Jewish mother hitch. I need the Jewish mother to hitch me up with her
Jewish daughter.
Guys, have you seen The Marvelous Miss Maisel?
I haven't, but I
It's
want
so
to.
good.
Really?
It's so good.
Why'd you think of that?
They're Jews,
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
and the
Okay.
mom has a matchmaking.
Okay.
She's a matchmaker in the show.
Okay.
I'm
Makes
following.
total sense.
Yeah.
You think she'd hook you up?
I'm not a Jew, so actually no.
She only. Oh, I see. It's like exclusively
Yeah,
Jewish couples.
but I think you can convert.
You can convert to the religion. You can't convert to the.
No, that's what I meant.
Okay, I was
I
like,
mean,
You can't just
Obviously.
wake up one day and
Right.
be like, hey, so now I'm
Hey,
Jewish.
My heritage is Israeli.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't even know what we're
It's-
talking
I'm
about
glad
anymore.
that you know that you can't do
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, some people have tried.
Did I tell my Dr. Phil story already?
I
On
don't
the
think
pod?
so. I don't think so.
One time I was at a concert, the whole room starts chanting, Dr. Phil, Dr. Phil. And I was like, huh? And up on the balcony, I was in the pit, I was in the general admission. Up on the balcony, I see this bald person stand up and wave, and everyone goes, whoa! But I could only see the top of their head. like in Polar Express when he can like barely see Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I only saw the top of their head. To this day, I don't know if Dr. Phil was in a bar at an AJR concert like 5 years ago, or if it was just a
another
bald guy
random
who
bald
was
guy.
So game to be.
Do you think you would be
so
misidentified
funny.
as
Phil.
Dr. Phil until
Now
your
that you're
hair
bald?
grows back?
Me? I don't think my mustache is big enough.
Fair enough.
That is the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
only
Also, I
thing
don't have a
stopping.
doctorate.
True.
I don't think Dr. Phil does. Does he?
I think he does.
Really?
I think so.
Dude, my parents lied to me so much.
They,
They were like, he's not a real doctor.
they
And I
don't
was
call
like,
him Dr. Phil for nothing.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think he is a doctor.
Fill it up.
I don't know. We have professors at our school that don't have their doctorate, and they're like, you will call me doctor this. And then I found out that they don't have a doctorate, and I was like, that's crazy. Like, you have been lying about your identity for a very long time, sir. But once I figured that out, I was like, no, my parents had to be telling the truth. Like, Dr. Phil is not a doctor.
Not a
That's
doctor.
so weird.
He's got to be a doctor.
Not a doctor.
Dr. Phil, if you're watching this, hit me up with that answer, because I'm still confused.
Send us the certificates. We want to know.
Dr. Phil, I need your credentials right now.
Send the receipts, please.
Dr. Phil, tell us the truth. Were you at an AJR concert in 2016?
That's the real question we need answers to.
In 2016, that's way more than 5 years ago.
Okay, well, it was a guesstimate. Maybe it wasn't 2016. It was 18. No, it was 18.
I
17 or
remember
18.
you going to an AJR
So I had a
concert.
girlfriend at the time.
Oh,
See, I don't hate women.
he's had a girlfriend in the past. Can confirm.
I do
Dang.
remember that. I remember being at a going away party for Zach, and then everyone was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah, they disappeared a while ago. And we all were talking about that for a good amount of time. And I was like, and that was like right when, I think that's when I met you. I don't think I had known you prior to that. Actually, yeah, wait, full circle. That's when I met you. Because I was like, who?
Who is this dude?
Yeah, I was like, what? Who are we looking for? And then they were all like, oh, we know what they're doing. Like,
Can you confirm?
Like
Is
I've
that
been
what you were
outed.
doing?
The silence
I didn't mean to.
I
I, didn't
think
mean
he
to call you
confirmed.
out, but I think you just
Silence.
confirmed for yourself.
speaks volumes.
I don't know. I can't remember. It's all a blur. I don't remember where we were. I don't remember what we did. I don't. I literally don't.
Okay.
I do. But I don't. I don't know. Is that bust up? What? We didn't do anything.
It was
Fair
true.
enough.
We didn't do anything crazy. We literally did it. Ish.
Ish. It's all about that ish.
It's all about that ish.
Yeah, no, I was like sitting like in the driveway with Ashley talking about her and Will. Like they were talking about their relationship, and you guys have walked out, and Ashley was like, and then like 5 people came out probably like 10-20 minutes later, and they're like, did you see where Max and like, and I was like, yeah, I don't
Listen,
know.
I was a little chid back then. I'm
Chid.
I've grown
so
since then. I'm growing as a person.
that is the exact moment
But
when I
not
realized who
physically.
you were. I did not know you prior to that. Actually, that is. I think I'd like known of you in Green Lake, but like I didn't know you. Like I didn't know who Max was.
I don't remember meeting any of you.
Yeah.
I have no
either.
recollection of meeting any of you.
I
That's-
don't have
Yeah,
any.
I don't know. I feel like at some point I was just like, oh, this is who this is. Like,
Yeah, I think we were just in the same proximity for so long.
Yeah.
That we just like.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like
for
for
sure.
me, I feel like I think I met you at like dinner.
yeah, I was like,
Like dinner in the cabin?
Did you eat in the?
I've never eaten in the cafeteria once.
Okay, so it wasn't that.
I
I've
think
never
I met you
even
there.
I've never even been in the cafeteria. Like it's
Yeah, this was my first year in the cafeteria. It's kind of weird.
So I
it's
guess I
honestly a
didn't meet
fantasy to
either of you
me.
guys
I
there.
don't know that it really exists. I've seen it in videos and the
It's
vlogs.
a lot larger than
Never
I
seen
thought
it.
it was. Like, it just continues.
I don't know when I met you two. I remember meeting Amy because it was like 3
Really?
years ago. Yeah, it wasn't.
Well, everyone was geeking out about the legacy, so most people remember.
Is that when
one.
you met me, or did we meet before that?
I'm surprised we didn't meet before. You've never been to Redeemer before. If you did, I
don't
think it'd be
so.
like,
Right.
because that's how we used to roll back in the youth group days.
Right.
So
Oh, he's saying he would call out another youth. I see what I get it now. I think I don't know. I'm a little confused at what that whole thing was.
I'm just saying, if a girl came to church
Yeah,
at that,
you
or-
would have
or even
you would have noticed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would have noticed that there was another
yeah.
girl
Up
there
what
your
you're throwing
age.
out.
That's
Okay.
that's for
I get
sure.
you.
Yeah.
it would have been a fight to the death between the youth group boys.
Okay.
That's an actual thing. Like, every time that we
No.
get a new middle school girl in like our youth group, or a high school girl in our youth group, it's so funny because our like youth pastor's been like, hey, like, make sure a leader like sticks around with her before she gets ambushed. And it's
Oh my
so
gosh.
funny because, like, especially if it's like an 8th grader. Like, the 6th graders, it doesn't really happen because the boys are really awkward. 7th graders sometimes, like, it depends on what kind of guys we have in the youth group. 8th grade and freshman girls, every time there's a new one, they're like, stick with her for the first couple like minutes because she will get hounded.
She's literally.
She
gonna
will
get
not
surrounded
make
like
it out
a
if
man.
you're
That's wild.
alive.
I
And
went
it's,
to-
it's happened so many times.
My cousin was a youth pastor when I was still in high school, and I went to his youth group once, and he made an announcement to like all the guys that I was his cousin and that I was not single. Like,
That's so funny.
That's
Honestly,
made it an announcement to
he
the
probably
guys.
did you a big favor though. I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna lie. He did you a big favor.
I mean, they still attacked too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like feeding frenzy during Shark Week when you find out there's a single girl. At
Oh
youth group.
my god.
That's even a
Guys,
thing.
I want to hear about Delaney's Germany story so bad. I want to hear about it so bad. But I live my life with a delay of gratification.
Max and I don't talk unless it's on recording for
Well,
you
no, I don't.
guys.
I haven't talked to her in a while.
Haven't talked to him in 3 weeks. So,
How long is it gonna be until you talk again?
it'll
It's gonna
probably be.
another week.
Do you think so? Another week?
Well, I don't know.
I'm free all week.
Oh, good.
We can do this any
'Cause
time.
I just can't wait to hear this Berlin story.
You guys, if you want to hear about how I accidentally got drunk in Berlin, watch the next episode.
Guys, tune in to the next episode of the Have Fun podcast, where you'll be blessed with the presence of me, the host, and also Delaney, the host,
And our guests.
who is undetermined. We don't know who he's going to be.
No
Even
clue?
we don't know who's going to be on this podcast.
Not us.
Not
Not
us.
them. They're going home.
But we'll be having
Tomorrow
fun.
night
They're going home to their homelands. Minnesota.
Minnesota.
And Wisconsin.
in Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Shout out Wisconsinite.
Yeah, that's not a real
Shout out
word.
Wisconsin. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Minnesota's better.
On today's episode of Factor Cat, we dive into
I've never been to Minnesota, but I have been to Wisconsin. So.
Minnesota's
love
really
all
pretty.
that.
I will
Mid,
say Minnesota's very
Wisconsin?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
mid.
I don't know. I've only stayed at the George House and Green Lake Conference Center. So
pretty. Green Lake's
Oh, I
so
love it.
pretty though.
Green Lake is pretty, and so is the George's house.
Minnesota's very pretty. I will give you that.
And don't forget to have fun. And then let's send them off with one final song. We'll do a long fade. I'm looking for my friends.
I'm
looking for
you. There's Gabriella. Look at my
Oh.
I'm looking for my friend. I'm looking for you. Hey, there's Gerald.
Yeah! Let me show you my moves!
That was the perfect
I'm a rock star!
That he is.
That was so good.
I'm looking for my friends.
I'm looking for you. Hey, there's May. Check out how I groove. Hey, okay.
I do not know it that well.
Okay.
Okay.
Hit it. Yeah.
How recently
looking
have you
for friends.
watched this?
I'm looking for you. Hey, there's Sid.
Did you hear the one about the kid who wanted to know everything about everything?
That's you.
Bye, everybody.
How recently have you guys watched this?
So many
Like
times.
5 times in the past 24
So
hours.
many times.
You just listen
to a Have Fun